Okay, buckle up everybody. Today we're going to be looking at Lego as a company or as like an e-commerce brand. I'm going to be looking at it from my point of view. I'll show you guys basically all of the things that I would do differently, all of the things that they're doing that you could maybe utilize in your own brand, things like that. Okay, so all I've done so far is I have typed in Lego because I'm looking for Lego. This is what a normal customer would do. We're looking through the customer journey. So I come here and I'm like, oh, great, awesome. Lego is number one that shows up for Lego. That's great. That is half your job with SEO, and also the other half is Google's job to actually locate the origin of that. In this case, it's Lego. So clicking on Lego, site speed, super nice. This is not so nice, and Google does not like this. This is a full screen pop-up, so I cannot click anywhere to get out of this. I understand from Lego's point of view why they do this, but from Google's side, Google will penalize you, or at least there is a high likelihood that Google will penalize you if you use this this is a full screen pop-up where you cannot click out of it. Google does not like this. Google wants you to have an unobstructed viewing experience. In this case, it's obstructed because I cannot browse on the website. I get it from Lego's point of view. Obviously, they've made this decision for a reason, but I don't like it. So, I would like to shop. I do not want to play games. I click continue, and then we have the cookie policy, which is something that you have to have, I think, just in the EU. I'm going to click just necessary because I do not want them to collect my data, even though they still will, because that's what companies do. They steal your data. The thing with Lego that you have to remember that's different for, let's say, a small company, is that Lego is a big company, and if you say Lego almost anywhere in the world, you will know what that company is. It's like IKEA, it's like Estee Lauder, it's like Bosch. All of these companies that you say the name and you know what it is. They don't need to do any more awareness. You know what it is. So when you land on their website, they are obviously going to utilize this. So they don't need to tell you about the brand. Let's say that you were a small indie brand. Your main homepage is obviously going to be something that tells the customer who you are, what you stand for, what you're selling. Lego doesn't need to do this because you already know what you're going to the Lego website for. So they have a really nice CTA button, and I'm also going to check their website on my phone. Because the thing is a lot of the time companies think about being on PC, because where do people work? They work in offices, they look at laptops. But the thing is that your phone is actually where most people are going to be looking. This is really nice, actually. You know, people at Lego know what they're doing, understandably. If we compare their PC screen to their mobile screen, what you can see, and the reason I'm looking down is because I'm looking at it on my phone, what you can see is that they are using this image here on the right as their main image here. This is really good. So the people at Lego have sat down and looked at their website and also their mobile site and gone, how can we make it so that we still convey the same message, but it's a lot clearer on mobile? Because the issue that most companies and everybody has on mobile is that you have a tiny, tiny bit of space. And that tiny, tiny bit of space needs to convey whatever message you're trying to convey to the customer. On PC, you can do that. But I guarantee you, if you look at your analytics, probably 60, 70, 80% of people are looking at your website on their mobile phone. And if you're not mobile optimized, what are you even doing? Because mobile optimization, all of the companies have the saying it's mobile first, which means you have to look at something in terms of how does it look on mobile before you look at PC. So they have a pretty long homepage. The issue with a long homepage is ain't nobody fucking looking at it, okay? Most people will maybe go to weekly topics, especially on mobile. This is all that most people are looking at. Like I said, maybe going down to this week's topics. What the Lego team have done here is basically they have looked at what is trending, and they have obviously made collaborations with those things, duh. But they've also put it on their homepage, which means they're trying to capture as many people as possible with their interest. I guess Jaws is something that's is coming out. Let me have a look. Haha, there it is. Is there a new Jaws movie coming out? Okay, so it's just come out recently. See, Lego smart. They ain't dumb. They know what they're doing. So I'm going to click here again. I really like the fact that as soon as I click on something, it immediately takes me to the page, and the page has a really, really prominent add to bag button. And it is the same on mobile as well. Yeah, they've definitely optimized this for mobile. I'm now just going to look at their PC site, just because that is easier for me, because that's where I'm recording. But I have had a look at their mobile site as well, so keep that in mind. Obviously the price, it's a lot. But if you have a look at their website, they do really well in terms of how they lay out their product page. So they look at, okay, what are the things, they're like separate groups. What are the things that I have to tell the customer? In this case, it's going to be warning small parts. Children under 3 shouldn't be playing with it. It's for ages 18 plus. Those are really obviously on their website. On top of this, what are the things that I want to tell the customer? And then what are the things that the customer wants to know? Because these are all separate categories. Obviously, one of them is legal. One of them is business, because what is it that I want to tell the customer that'll get them to buy? And then the last bucket is, what is the customer interested in? What are things that the customer wants to know? And I think Lego have done a really, really good job of that. Obviously, what does the customer want to know? It wants to know what the price is. That's there. They want to know how to buy it, and they want to know where it might be in stock, how they can buy it. What does Lego want to tell you? Lego wants to tell you all of the USPs about this thing. They want to tell you about how cool this McLaren car is. Down here, they utilize product imagery in a way that is really enticing, like you can see here. So these are the USPs. These are the things that they're like, hey, look how cool this thing is. Don't you want to buy it? And what's really cool is that they still keep the position. Oh, wow, look at that. No, this is really cool. This is really high-tech shit. Let's check it out on mobile. Basically, mobile is the exact same thing, although the quality is pretty shit on mobile, if I'm gonna be honest. So that's a bit intrusive. I don't like that. And obviously on mobile, the price and add to bag follows you around, and it doesn't do that on PC, because on PC it's a lot easier to just scroll up and add it to bag. This is really cool, this slider that again you have here on the website. So these are the things that this is the company trying to sell stuff to you. Look how cool it is. It looks exactly like that. Wow, it's incredible, 1:8 scale model. Like these are the USPs, the unique selling points of the product, that the company is like, this is enticing for you, you should buy our product. And then at the very bottom they have their owners club, purchase the set and use a serial number to unlock exclusive rewards. This is giving you an incentive. This is essentially the same thing as giving you an offer code. They're not giving you an offer code, they're giving you exclusive rewards. What is that? I don't know, you tell me. It's the, wow, it's gonna be amazing, but you don't really know what it is. So then you can see they've got the similar products, trying to push you to buy more than one product, or to see if maybe you weren't into this car and maybe you wanna buy a different one. So then we have a look, oh, that's just the slider for that. Taking a look, what's really good is a lot of these things. So this is an image, it's a banner, but you see how really nicely it flows from one thing to the other one? So here you can see you've got, is this an image too? It's not. This is a banner. And then as we go down, this is live text. Live text is really good, it's really important. So again, for those that don't know, live text just means that like you can highlight it, it's written in, so it's not flat on an image, it's not burnt into the image, but it's something that they've written in after the image, so it's like overlaid on top of the banner. And why that's really good is for accessibility, because there are people that obviously have the website read to them, or maybe they need it to be more contrast. The website can't be read if it's flat text on an image. The way that this is done, it can be read, which is obviously very, very good, especially for a huge company like Lego. But yes, back to how nicely it flows. They've really done the color scheme extremely nicely. They've made it so that it feels organic the way that you go through the page. We've got the orange again, and it still doesn't feel like too much. Like I don't feel like I'm looking at, let's say, like a bumblebee with all the black and the orange. I feel like they've used different shades of it. They've integrated the black, they've integrated the blue, they've integrated different colors, which really makes it flow nicely. And I would assume if, let's say, I click on a red car, then it's going to be the same thing, just with red, yes. But do you see how interesting it is? So the product that's featured on the website, obviously I would assume that this Ferrari Daytona SP3, again, I'm not a car person either, don't come at me. It doesn't have that many things below it's called below the fold, which is basically, this is above the fold, so this is stuff that is immediately there on the website, and then all of this is called below the fold. It's usually additional content that the company has added there as, for example here, features. So going back to our lovely McLaren, also why it's really important to actually have product imagery like this is because you can, it's one thing when they tell you the dimensions of it, but it's a different thing when you see it on an image, somebody actually interacting with the thing. Here you can see, like, for example, I'm surprised at how big this is. I thought it was going to be like a tiny model like this big. I don't know. Again, I am a brand new person coming into Lego, and this is also why I wanted to look at the Lego website, is because I've never been to this website before. I'm not really a Lego customer, so essentially, how does Lego try to entice me to still buy a Lego product? Let's see what videos they have. Yep, so basically the video again is just explaining and showing the features of the product. So you can see all of the layers of how they're telling you the same things. It's just different people look for different things. Some people immediately look for videos. Some people only look at the images. Some people only look at the specs. Some people immediately scroll down and look for more information. But to make sure that all of your bases are covered, it's important to show the USPs of your product, of your brand, in all of the ways possible without making it feel redundant. Well, basically they'll show it to you here, like they'll show you all of these USPs, the fact that the steering moves. How interesting. In the video you see the exact same thing where it's, look, the steering wheel moves the wheels. How cool is that? Even on this photo, if you have a look, you can see that the wheels are moved to the right, which tries to convey to you the fact that, hey, look, the wheels can move. So, okay, I've looked at the website and I've decided that I'm going to buy it. What I don't really like is the color of this button, but that's just me. What I don't know is if the button color changes on the other cars. I don't think it will. No, it won't. Okay, so I guess that's just a branding decision that they've made that button this kind of deep orange. Cool. So I've decided that I'm going to add this to my bag. I get a pop-up, and I'm also going to do the same thing on the mobile. So add to bag, do I get a pop-up? Yes, I do. Full page pop-up. Cool. Okay, so I guess this is like another legal thing where they just want to make sure that, warning, small parts, don't give it to children under the age of 3. Cool. So I can view my bag, and I can also continue shopping. I'm going to view my bag on both. You've got the promo code both on mobile and on PC. It is pretty simple to find. What's really good with having it on this page, because a lot of companies have their discount code after you've already started the checkout process, what you'll find is a lot of times people will want to add their discount code sooner rather than later, which means they want to see what the new price is with their discount code in their cart, as opposed to having to start the checkout. And then, because what the data will then show you is that, let's say 2,000 people started your checkout process, but only 2% of those went through. It's because 2,000 people were interested in, does their discount code work? How much is it going to be after the discount? Can maybe Honey or whatever other website people are using apply a discount code that gives me a better price? And then when they realize either that the discount code isn't good enough or that there's no discount code, they'll obviously abandon the checkout process, and your abandoned checkout rate will be super high, as opposed to having the discount code box here where it's there to see. So I can immediately, even before starting checkout, enter in my discount code, be like, okay, this is good or this is bad, and then I can decide whether I want to start my checkout or not. In green, we've got, congratulations, you qualify for free delivery. Really good, really nice. And then I've got checkout securely. I'm not really a fan of this, to be honest. I don't like the checkout securely. It feels like that's not the button that I'm supposed to click. That's just me. Maybe, I'm assuming Lego put it there for a reason. So let's go to checkout securely. What does that do? Nice options. I like it. Yep, their checkout flow is also really, really clean. Overall, I think obviously there's so much more that I could cover with Lego, but I'm not going to sit here and talk for 5 hours because I still want to kind of wrap this up in a nice bow. But one thing that I really like to look at is, if I land on the homepage, how many steps is it before I can check out? And Lego does 10 out of 10 spectacular job. Let's say I want to buy this one, I click there, that's one click, it immediately takes me to a product. So it doesn't take me to a product page where there's a bunch of products and then it makes you think about it. No, it immediately says, okay, here's the product that you want, instead of sending you to a product page, which creates more friction, more clicks between the start, the home page, and the finish page, which is obviously, hopefully, the payment page. Then, oh no, it's on back order. I am doing this on a Saturday, so maybe somebody at Lego fucked up. But see, this is bad. Definitely not ideal. However, I do want to add, yes, it is on back order, but it immediately tells you when it'll ship, and it makes it extremely clear that this Lego item is on back order and that you're not going to get it as soon as you purchase it. I'm assuming that it's very much in demand because, as we check, the new Jaws movie is out just now. But we found an oops on the Lego website. Okay, let's go back to our McLaren. So it was one click from the home page to the McLaren page. Then it was a pop-up. So that's 2 so far. This is going to be my 3rd click. 4th click, checkout safely. Essentially, within 4 clicks, I have started the checkout process. That is really good. I'm able to find everything that I need to know about the product that I'm buying on the product page. I really like the product imagery. I really like the USPs and the way that they're laid out. What do people want to know? It tells you. It's extremely clear about all of the things. It doesn't feel cluttered, even though there's a shit ton of information here. I did want to highlight the fact that the reason that I'm critiquing huge corporations' website is because huge corporations don't care about me at all. I'm not here to shit on them. There are people that are working there and they're working very, very hard. The reason that I'm critiquing them is because there's so much that you can learn from them. They have essentially done the R&D, they've looked at the data, again, they've hired agencies to do it, they have the best design teams ever to do all of this stuff. I know this because I used to work for these huge multinational companies, not Lego, but very similar sized companies. So I know the back end of all of this. And you, as a smaller business owner, you obviously don't have all of this knowledge, because why would you? You don't have this massive team. So your job is to, like I'm doing, go to, let's say, the Lego website or whatever niche you're in, and have a look. What are they doing well? If you were a new customer, what do you like? What do you not like? What parts of these things can you essentially borrow and use on your own website? Because at the end of the day, everyone has the same goal, which is to sell a product that is on their website. Same with you, same with Lego, same with whatever other brand we can list here, is to sell the product. So I'm gonna give Lego a 5 out of 5, well done, thumbs up, doing a great job, Lego.
Hello, editing Mira here, just popping in to actually provide a proper ending to this video that I decided, I guess, very abruptly to end. If you have a website that you would like me to critique, please send them over, or if you have a company's website that you want me to take a look at, please do let me know. I'm going to be doing these hopefully on a weekly basis. If you have a website or have any questions, please do let me know in the comments below.